Hi, this is Mrs. Venti. Today we're going to look at equations. Specifically, we're going to look at examples 1 and 2. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to complete the square. Now, you know how to write a quadratic equation as y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, which is more or less what we have on the board right now, right? So we have y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. I'm giving you 3 questions, and all of them has got c missing. So instead of plus c, we now have plus, instead of a number, we have an unknown value for c. So before we can start this, I want you to know that to calculate c is equal to a half times b squared. Another way of writing this is to write it as b over 2 squared. Now, according to our formula, b is this middle term, which means that if I am going to look for b in my first question, b is going to be 4. In my second one, it's negative 10. My third one, it's negative 5. So I am going to rewrite this equation with c in it. I'm going to say that for a, x squared plus 4x plus c, we said c is going to be b, which is 4 over 2, and I'm squaring that. Now I want to remind you, where did I get that 4 from? That 4 comes from here. So 4 over 2 squared, that is x squared plus 4x plus 4 divided by 2 is 2 squared. So it's x squared plus 4x plus 4. That's the answer to A. B is going to be x squared minus 10x, and then we are going to put negative 10 over 2, and we square it. And we add that, right? So this becomes x squared minus 10x. Minus 10 divided by 2 is going to be minus 5, and we square that. So it's x squared minus 10x. Minus squared is plus. So that's plus 25. That's the second one. Our third one is going to be x squared minus 5x plus, and our c is going to be negative 5 over 2 squared. Reminder that our negative 5 is there, and the rest is this formula from the blue bracket. So this gives me x squared minus 5x. Negative 5 over 2 is not easy to divide, right? So I'm going to keep it as a fraction, and I'm going to square it. Minus squared is plus. 5 squared is 25, and 2 squared is 2. And that's my answer for example 1. So in this lesson, you have learned that c is equal to a half b squared, or c is equal to b over 2 squared. Now let's look at example 2. In example 2, we are given a new formula, and our new formula looks like this. They are saying to us over here that you can write ax squared plus bx plus c as a x plus p in bracket squared plus q. So in order to do this, we are going to use the method of completing the square. If I look at my first question has a missing number. In this one, c's value is actually 0. Do you agree with that? Okay, so in order for us to complete the square, what you are going to do is we are going to try to, okay, let's actually get to it. First thing that we're going to do is we are going to rewrite our x squared plus 2x. That's our first line. But we want to complete the square, and you are going to do that by adding and subtracting c. You are literally going to say plus c minus c. And that plus c minus c must equal 0. Now I want to show you what we're doing and why. So first of all, you know how to calculate c, right? C is equal to b, which is 2 over 2 squared, right? So we're going to say plus 2 over 2 squared, but 2 over 2 squared does not equal 0. So since we're adding 2 over 2 squared, we are also going to subtract 2 over 2 squared. And the reason why we do that is because together, this 2 over 2 squared added and subtracted is actually equal to 0. So we're adding nothing. We're going to add something and take it away at the same time so that we end up with the same 0. Okay, so now let's continue our action. We are going to say this is equal to x squared plus 2 over 2 is 1. So, sorry, 2x. What am I doing? Okay, so it's 2x plus 1 squared is 1 minus 1. Now what we have here is, and this is what I need you to see, you now have a trinomial that is a perfect square, which means that this can be rewritten as x. So square root of x squared is x. I bring down the sign, which is plus, and I bring down the square root of 1, which is 1, and I square it. X plus 1 squared is going to give me the green rectangle. And on the outside, I have minus 1. X squared plus 2x plus 1 is equal to x plus 1 squared minus 1. Now, is this my final answer? Yes, it is, but let's compare it. We actually wanted a x plus p squared plus q. What do we have? We have x plus 1 squared minus 1. So the only thing that's missing is technically this a, which is 1. So this here is our final answer. Let's do question B. Question B says x squared minus 9x, and we are going to add c. So we're going to say plus negative 9 over 2 squared and minus negative 9 over 2 squared. Remember, the two orange ones end up being equal to 0 because of here it's actually plus 0. So we're adding numbers, but it's actually not changing the value. Okay, so this means I have x squared minus 9x. Negative squared is positive. 9 squared is 81 over 2 minus 81 over, sorry, not over 2, over 4. 2 squared is 4 over 4. So now I can use these three and create a bracket squared. And that is going to be x. I take this sign down, minus 81 over 2. Now notice now these two are the same. So it ends up 9 over 2 squared minus 81 over 4. Okay, so that will be my final answer, or you can try to convert that, but that's okay. Our last one is question C, which is x squared plus 8x plus 10. Now notice on this one, it is a trinomial. It's now no longer plus 0. What you are going to do is, you're going to start the same way, x squared plus 8x. And you want that perfect square. So because we want this green rectangle, I want to put something here that's going to complete my green rectangle. And what you're going to do is you're going to do your C, your orange C, right? So you're going to say plus 8 over 2 squared on the inside of your green rectangle. And then minus 8 over 2 is 4. So 4 squared on the outside. And what about that 10? That 10 just comes down, plus 10. So now I have my green perfect square, which is then going to be x, bring down that plus, 8 over 2, we said is 4, x plus 4 squared. On the outside, I have minus 16 plus 10. So this is equal to x plus 4 squared. 10 minus 16 is negative 6, and that's your final answer. So this is the method of completing the square and writing a x plus p squared plus q. A different way of writing a quadratic equation. Okay, in our next video we're going to do exercise 1.